is exactly why I said what you do, because I found that out a long time ago by listening to people sitting around in the barbershop where you got a lot of religious arguments in black barbershops that just go on ad infinitum. They go on and on and on. People start off talking about what Ezekiel said and, what Adam and Eve did or didn't do, or what the woman at the well said and whatnot, and what the New Testament means and what the Old Testament means, and it just goes on and on and on, and they get into long shouting matches about it, and nothing is ever resolved. But see, compensatory logic is about coming to conclusions, not just having endless arguments, and trying to be constructive, because you got to be constructive. You're talking to people about anything that when it comes to settling whatever the talk is supposed to be about, you're supposed to have a constructive result. Otherwise, there's no logical reason for talking about anything.
Absolutely.
If you're not going to have a constructive result. So, I'm saying if you try this approach, don't try to tell people what their religion is supposed to mean or what you understand it to mean. That's why I say you stay in the question mode and you ask those three questions. Don't argue about the answers that you get. That's a tendency that people have, and that is to give your viewpoint of what you think the person is talking about or should be talking about, without them asking for your viewpoint. You'll want to avoid that. That's a big temptation. So if the person is talking about religion, you say, what does your religion require you to do? See what I mean? I'm going to go over it again briefly. What does your religion require you to do? And first of all, you want to know what is the name of your religion. And the person who gives that name, now you don't immediately start saying, well, that's not the way I understand it. No, listen to what the person is saying. You're talking to one person. You're not talking to the whole world. And you don't want to put your opinions into somebody else's religion. That's their religion. That's the religion that person has chosen. So all you want to know is, ultimately, is just really one thing. How that person is going to treat you according to that person's religion. That's really what you're searching for. That's the bottom line. I don't care what kind of religion anybody has. I don't care what the history of it is. They don't even have to tell me, because I didn't even ask them that. I don't ask them about what their rituals are, whether or not they burn incense or anything like that. I just want to know how you're going to treat me. That's all. I'm not going to even ask them how they relate to whatever God they have. That's between them and their God, whichever it is. I just want to know, when I see you coming, what can I expect you to do where I'm concerned? That's all I want to know. Don't start telling me nothing else, because that's not important. You can tell me, and I might listen if I have time, but that's really not important. I just want to know what you're going to do when I come around. If you're going to, if the things that you do with me are going to be constructive, I don't need to know anything else about your religion, because your actions have proven to be satisfactory to me. That's all. Now, the history of your religion and what Bible you use, or whether or not your religion has a Bible or a holy book, the Quran or whatever it is, go right ahead and read it. I'm not going to argue about anything that's in it. In fact, I'm not going to even discuss it. See, that's an excellent way. When I start discussing your religion, and giving my opinions of this and that and the other, and what's written in it and all like that, what I'm going to get is an argument. I'm not looking for an argument.